Hi there. Hi. Hi. This is Julian, from the Stage Select, that podcast that you is in this podcast feed that you're listening to. Yeah. I haven't spoken into a microphone in like over 2 weeks and I'm starting to forget how to do it. But I got to do this, and I've still got one other thing to do after this, and then I can rest during this in between season hiatus that I desperately need. I'm very much looking forward to playing some video games and watching some movies during the weekends instead of recording and editing podcasts all weekend. So like last season, this episode is kind of a little behind the scenes look at the skits and bits that ran during the show, and also a chance for me to kind of talk about the thought that went into them and kind of the process of creating them, and also allows me to break kayfabe and actually talk about like the characters of the show in a little bit more detail than just them existing. Because during the season, I want them to feel like real people that are in the show. The show was always, for my part, like my initial thought about what the show would be, I wanted it to be like the Muppet Show, where you feel like the weird characters that are kind of interacting with the hosts and the guests are part of the show and real people, but obviously, they're characters that we create, and so this gives me a chance to talk about a little bit of that stuff as well. So I'm going to kick off this look back at the stuff that ran in season 2 with a double header. I was glad to bring back Ned Bortley. Ned Bortley is my way of commenting on the sad state of the world through how we've just given all of the power to the corporations, even though there's like so much fiction that basically said you shouldn't do that. And humanity was like, no, but bet we can act. We'll do it even faster and harder than you thought, or that you imagined in your fiction, and it's going to be so much worse. Because at the end of the day, I'm not an activist. I'm not a like super savvy like political person. I don't know what to do, but I am very angry, and so I get some of that anger out through stuff like this. So we're gonna run the second Save the Billionaires ad, and then follow that up with the corporations are people PSA. Ned Bortley will return, I'm sure of that, because things continue to be awful. So see you on the other side of these.
Hi, I'm Ned Bortley, here again to tell you about Save the Billionaires. With so much uncertainty in the economy, the wealth of billionaires is growing at a slightly slower rate than it has in previous years. Visit Save the Billionaires website, and you can select a billionaire to sponsor for as little as $1 a day. With your help, we can make sure that billionaires continue to grow and lessen the effects of a faltering economy. You may ask yourself, aren't there people more deserving of my charity? And the answer is, shut up. I've been Ned Bortley for Save the Billionaires. We are living in unprecedented times. The economy is in upheaval. Supply chains are in disarray. In these trying times, remember the corporations. Hi, I'm Ned Bortley from Save the Billionaires. It's more important than ever to remember that corporations are people, and they deserve your support and respect. Reach out to the corporations that have had the most impact in your life, and do what you can for them.
Oh God, I lost everything. Please, I'm so hungry. Shut up, you little weasel.
Remember, every little bit helps. Because if we lose our corporations, we lose ourselves.
And now we have more of a collaborative effort. This was a sketch idea that I had to bring one Mike Fallick in, like we did last year with the Angry Bard sketch. where this one, it was supposed to be me and Justin in character as the show hosts, also doing a side hustle of making an indie game. There were a few things for this. It was my way of poking fun at what I perceive to be indie games, which is, they look like the games that you played on the Super Nintendo, but they're about depression because, it's going to make you think. They're so original and edgy and so not cookie cutter like AAA games. No, they really are. And then the other thing was just like, I thought it'd be fun to like kind of see someone's vision get completely co-opted by a corporate goon, here played by Mike Fallick. I think originally I had come up with this character. He was going to be called Billy Business, and he was supposed to be my spoof of Bobby Kotick, ex Activision guy. But the more I thought about the character, the more I was like, I think Mike should play this. I think Mike would actually do a better job of this. Now, I will say that every time that I do something like this with Mike, I get very self-conscious. Justin doesn't like most of the stuff that I do, that I come up with. And it's pretty clear when you see his reactions like in the shows. But Mike's that way too, because both of these sketches, I've had to stop it when Mike wanted to go like way, way longer on the sketch. And both times he's remarked, no, it was only getting good just now, which leads me to believe that, so everything before that was shit. And so the things that I come up with are shit. But at the end of the day, I'm still very proud of how this sketch came out. So here is Billy Buttons. Oh man, Justin, I'm so excited about this game. I think we've got something really special here. I think.
Oh, we made a game?
Yeah, man. We've been working on it, man. It's like our passion project, man. Don't you? You know, like.
Oh, I got real into crystal meth for a while there, so me too. I don't remember.
Keep HR away. Knock, knock, knock. How are you? Head of the company here.
Hi.
Head of the no, we're independent.
No.
Who are you?
Yeah, listen, you stumbled your way into my office, so I'll make you a deal anyway. You got a video game?
Apparently we do.
Yeah, we're Space Monkey Mafia Games. We're working on a very special,
I agreed to that name? What was I thinking?
It's golden. It's got to go great. It's got to go great with people who, listen, let me tell you something. There's a lot of people in the world. They love mafias. They love crime lords. They love shakedowns. They love it. They love it.
People love mafias. They sure do.
They do love mafias. It's crazy how much they love them. It's a really weird fact, but they do love them.
They do.
You're right. But they go gaga over them. If you would ever be, I mean, the way that those people threaten you, I love it. So I like to just see, as an CEO, I like to see someone threaten someone and get away with it.
Wait, who? I'm confused. Who are you?
I'm Billy Buttons. Billy Buttons.
Are you threatening me right now?
Probably.
Okay,
Not
good.
yet.
That's cool. Yeah.
Let me buy you dinner first. Here's the thing, fellas. Your game's great. I've seen it. I've pretended to seen it now for at least 4 minutes.
Right. No, that's fair.
How much you want for this thing? We got big plans.
Well, no. See, it's not for sale because it's a very personal, very unique. Yeah, that's fine. I guess it's your office, so you do what you want. It's a very unique independent game. You see, what we've done is we grew up with the Super Nintendo and those types of graphics, and so what we've done is we've taken the graphics that we loved as children, and then we've made a video game in that style that nobody's ever done that before.
Wow.
But the trick is
I have some bad news.
No, but listen.
Okay.
The game is about depression and anxiety. It's revolutionary and it's very personal. No one's ever done it.
This is beautiful. Your story has moved me. It's like on Shark Tank. I'm going to reach across the table, give you a big glory hug. Me, you, Mr. Miracle, and all of our muffins that you come in a jar. Real product he sells, jar muffins. Listen, we got big plans for it. We're going to put you in Fortnite. We're going to, I hear what you're saying.
Fortnite.
We're going to get your game in Fortnite. You already got a server there. You got a little server at home. We're probably going to sell that. Put some people on there. You got like a couple gigs. We can right now, server farms are like Akira. That's what I call them. I call them Akira. And anything I got, old calculators, any memory I can hook up to these server farms, I just chuck them in there. Put a microwave in there. It's got like half a megabyte of RAM so it can remember your popcorn settings. Throw it in there. I don't care. Yeah. So give me your computer. And thank you.
Wait.
And so this will be a server farm. Hey, Akira. Akira, come here. This Akira, big slime monster psychically powered from Japan. You put it in the server. Thank you, Akira.
Wait, but I'm confused. Is their name Akira or is the server farm Akira?
You ever stare at a psychic blob boy in the face? It's not easy to make conversation. He responds to Akira. I don't really,
that makes sense. Yeah.
I don't want to play around too.
Right.
You play with the tiger, you get tiger scratches.
You know how tigers are. Listen,
fellas, this was great. What's your next game?
No, but Mr. Buttons, look. We walked through the lilies is just a very personal project. I just don't know that we need it in Fortnite and like just all of that commercial bullshit.
It's in there.
It's in there? We didn't even sign a contract.
Ain't you seen the ninja do your little lily game in the Fortnite? It's in there.
No. Well, I mean,
it's already there. Thank good for doing business with you guys.
Good.
What do you do now?
I mean, Julian, it's fine. It'll spread the message of the game, and people will buy it.
Yeah. Just on that, if you see it and it looks a lot like Bert and Ernie, people might say, "What's the name of your game?" Bert and Ernie count. Bert and Ernie counting.
No.
Bert and Ernie counting.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what? Oh, we're changing it.
Well, we figured your game was great, but just existing IP, bad financial situation. It made sense to sort of grab Sesame Street by the ass and combine it with your game.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to grab Sesame Street by the ass. I
not
feel
for me.
Apparently
they're all-time low. They couldn't even stay on PBS. They got public access on PBS.
That's true.
You can watch Svengoolie on that fucker.
They can't watch that on there. Yeah,
they're canceling Oscar the Grouch is a good character.
That's fair.
I look up to him. I too want to put people in trash cans.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Yeah. What's your next game? Is it a lot like Oscar the Grouch?
I mean, we need to figure that out now.
What type of Oscar the Grouch game you gonna make?
Okay, listen, what if Oscar the Grouch was even more grouchy?
Listen, I gotta let you know. I read a book about time-saving techniques. I don't listen to the second half of sentences. You're all about that base?
Yeah.
I'm all about that predicate.
Okay.
Just like the first part.
That's fair.
Jimmy went to the store too. Oh no.
That's fair.
Underline
he just went to the store, yeah.
Break down the sentence, underline it, predicate. I'm off to recess.
Okay, Oscar is more grouchy.
Now. Yeah, I don't... Oscar, that's what I heard.
Okay, fair.
Make sure it's either Oscar from the Sesame guy or from, what's the one with the two fellas? They're like a pairing and they're not the quite right type of pairing and they're in a sitcom. Mine's different. It's like they're a pair of guys, two of them, and they're off. They're askew. Their tastes are skewed. Their ideas are
odd.
Queer. I was going to say queer in particular, but
that doesn't sound like a good word to use right now. But
which one?
I don't know.
Particular?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So they are sort of I guess I'll use your phrase, an odd couple. But that's not the name of it. Find out who Oscar is from one of those shows.
Okay.
We'll get on that. It was nice.
I made a weird jump there with Bert and Ernie. I just realized. Similar.
Yeah, you really did. Yeah, but
you really did.
Vibes. Wow.
You really got the Sesame
This
kick
is why you're
the
millionaire and none of us are.
Yeah,
yes,
I see the error of my ways now.
Yeah.
Good. Learn your lesson from being so poor around me.
I'm constantly learning lessons about being poor.
Watch what I do. Just mimic what I do and you'll become not poor pretty soon.
Okay.
Listen,
okay.
I do what I do every day and I'm
That's
not
true.
poor. And you do what you do and you are poor. So
That's
think about
true.
it. Just act the way I act.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right,
well,
Billy Buttons
thank
out.
you, Billy. Yeah.
Now listen, you've been great here at this startup. I think we're going to get a good shot on this warm, cold foam in a pouch. I don't know if you guys heard that is what we do now, not tech anymore, because that's how the world works, So people always think, oh, you're into tech. Yeah, because some sector shut down. People used to be into tech in the 70s, forgot about it, came back to it. Forget about it. Come
Now,
back. You don't,
now we're in the foam business.
this is my advice about business. Don't remember anything from second to second. Yeah.
I've already forgotten what you just said. So
Yeah. So get me your
Oh man, you're
Oscar
gonna
the
do way
Grouch
better than I
flavored
am.
cold foam. And
Okay.
we're in business.
all right, foam
Okay.
it
This
is.
is supposed to be the best foam there is.
I'm ready to foam it up.
Yeah,
It's a company man.
we'll be a couple of foam stars. Okay. Well, thank you. It was nice doing business with you, Mr.
Yeah,
Do you
Buckley.
mind if do you mind if you smoke?
I
I'm
would.
leaving, but I would like if you smoked while I left.
I can do that whenever. Really. Yeah, I have no problem.
great. You too, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on. Put it in your mouth.
Turning on the intimate.
Put it in your mouth and let me light it for you.
Okay.
Here you go. You like it? Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
That's good. Do that.
It's good.
Hey, listen.
Good. Yeah.
Do that till
No,
I see
like
you
it.
again. Keep smoking until you see me again and I tell you to stop. Okay.
Okay.
Restaurants, funerals. All right.
Funerals?
Funerals.
Okay. I'll get on that.
Wellings, funeral, spa mitzvahs.
Right.
You ever been to a spa mitzvah?
A spa mitzvah?
A spa mitzvah
A spa
when a boy
mitzvah.
becomes a sauna.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. That's
Yeah.
not, now that is a religion I could get into. I'm going to tell you
It's
right now.
crazy.
It sounds
Just a little
awesome.
boy there. Next thing you know, 2 hours later,
Hot tub.
he's 312 degrees.
That's crazy. That's
It's
wild.
nuts. It's beautiful part of the Jewish religion.
It sounds great.
So anyway, I'll see you guys around.
Yeah.
Wait till you bring me those
Billy.
Sesame Street foams, okay?
All right,
I'm
Mr.
there.
Buttons.
I'm
The
already
tech
on it.
industry cares about video games. Wouldn't it be cool to invest in video games? You know, when people get money, they buy stuff like stocks and companies. You know, you can just buy cars.
You could.
You could.
Or diamonds.
You could just
you
buy
don't have to
foam.
buy a company with your money.
You could just buy foam in a bag. You know.
You can buy as much foam as your little heart desires.
I know.
But they all buy companies. That's weird.
I don't
You
know.
would
That is
think
weird.
getting money would make you not want to get more money.
You would think, but
That's
you
the
know.
first thing I think about when I get money.
Yeah.
Is how right now I don't need any more money.
Right. That's
I
fair.
got some.
That's true.
Well, maybe we could have some of it because we would like some money. We have
You don't
none.
have any?
No.
Oh, it's great. All right, fellas.
Oh.
I'm
well,
done
That's
here.
fair. That's
Okay.
fair.
No,
I'm gonna
that
go.
seems right.
Yeah.
One of you'll drive me home later. I just sit in
Okay.
the parking lot. I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
no
okay.
friends. Okay, bye.
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 All right. And next up is, I think, one of my favorite things that I came up with this year. It spawned out of Ruga Gotoku Studios, the people who make Like a Dragon, taking the reins of Virtua Fighter, right? So them getting a stab at like a well-worn Sega franchise and putting their spin on it, right? So like the little bit that we've seen of Virtua Fighter 6, you can already tell that the characters have a more world-weary look to them. There's a grit to Virtua Fighter that you wouldn't associate that fighting game series with, but you do associate the Like a Dragon series with, and I thought that was really funny. It's cool, but it's also kind of funny. And I was like, man, what if they made a Sonic game? And so this is what I came up with. I like Turbo Cancer. That I thought that was pretty inspired for me. I still laugh at the line, "The cancer's got to go fast." I don't know. I'm proud of this one. So here is the Sonic RGG ad. Ryuga Gotoku Studios has achieved worldwide success with such hits as Yakuza 0, Judgment, and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Soon, they will bring the original 3D fighting series, Virtua Fighter, into the modern day. But that's not all that RGG has up its sleeve.
I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. I love going fast, eating chili dogs, and saving my animal buddies from the evil Dr. Robotnik.
Sonic, we got the results of your last physical. I don't know how to tell you this. You have turbo cancer.
That's funny, Doc. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. The only thing I have to fear is Dr.
You're
Robot.
dying, Sonic. The cancer's got to go fast.
Oh, but
See Sonic the Hedgehog as you've never seen him before, wrapped up in a heart-wrenching story of love, betrayal, and mortality, told as only the people behind the Like a Dragon series can.
Gee, Sonic, Dr. Robotnik is trying to buy out all the land in the city. We've got to stop him.
Leave me alone, Tails. No good to you. No good to anyone now.
But Sonic!
I said piss off, you little weasel. Leave me to die. Thrill to pulse-pounding, beat-em-up action, next-level graphics, and more mini-games than you'll know what to do with. Sonic the Hedgehog, Crimson Rings. Coming this fall. It's Sonic, with the heat turned up.
Bakamitai.
And next up, I'm going to run these back to back to back. It was a series of 3 ads that I want to say, I don't remember if I ran them in the same episode or if I ran them like week after week after week. People who have gone back to re-listen to episodes this season can let me know, because I honestly don't remember. But the idea was that there was supposed to be an escalation to it, or a transformation to it. These are the Rugged Man deodorant ads. And this came out because, like, I just find it so weird and hilarious about how, like, men have, like, their own, like, manly man thing, right? Like, you have tactical body wipes, and you have that hoodie that you're wearing is too soft. It's gotta be a manly hoodie. It's gotta be able to like take a bullet or some shit. I don't know. I see them and I click off of them, but they make me laugh because it just comes from like the most insecure place I can imagine. And so my idea was to have this like very manly man type of deodorant ad, but then the announcer is getting less and less stereotypical manly as the ads progress. I have to say, as someone who is not a manly man, it was very hard to come up with traditional, like, I was like, what do men do? Like, what do like the manly men do? Like, what do they do for fun or whatever? And I had to come up with like stuff for 3 of these, and by the 3rd one, I was really scratching my head because I was like, I don't know what men do. And hopefully that comes through in these ads. But here we go. Rugged Man, ads 1 through 3.
Hi, I'm Stone Whitman, and I'm here to tell you about Rugged Man deodorant. If you're a rugged man like me, you need a deodorant that can handle everything you throw at it. Like throwing the old pigskin around, mudding with the guys, spreading out on a couch, or getting a luxurious mani-pedi. Rugged Man deodorant is all natural, paraben-free, and lasts all day. Rugged Man deodorant. Finally, a deodorant for the manliest of men. Stone Whitman here again for Rugged Man deodorant. It's the only fragrance for a rugged, manly, stoic man like myself. Whether I'm hunting for endangered game in the wilderness, chopping wood just for the hell of it, or having a good masculine cry over the latest episode of Outlander, Rugged Man's got me covered. All natural, paraben-free, and smelling oh so vulnerable. Rugged Man deodorant. Finally, a deodorant for the manliest of men. Well, howdy. I'm Stone Whitman to tell you more about Rugged Man deodorant. It's the only deodorant for rugged, manly, unapproachable men like me. With its all-natural, paraben-free formula and long-lasting scent, Rugged Man is what you need. Perfect for working on your car, telling your best friend you love him, shopping for the perfect scented candles, or telling your partner your feelings. You can't go wrong with Rugged Man. Rugged Man deodorant. Finally, a deodorant for the gentlest, softest men.
All right. And then next up, this is another bit that I was really proud of. I really want to try to get Justin involved in more stuff. It's been difficult, especially this year, because he was like in a completely different world, and I don't know if he's going to come back from that world or if he's just going to live there permanently, in which case the show might be changing quite a bit, because this season there were very few things idea-wise that came from him, and most of this stuff is from me. And that's not me trying to brag, it's me being like, oh, I'm drowning because like I'm having trouble coming up with shit. And there wasn't as much of that neither of us knows what to expect before we sit down to record each week type of thing. That last season had a really good, like, Justin would have something and then that would make me think of something, so then I would come with that, you know, a week or two later and back and forth type of thing. But I knew that I wanted to do this for our E3 or not E3 episode with an interview with Phil Spencer, where and you know, obviously if you follow the games industry as closely as we do, Phil is like this very earnest, but also it's getting kind of comical now as far as him taking responsibility for the shit show that is Xbox. And at a certain point I was like, man, what if he's just like enjoying this? And so that was kind of the genesis of this interview. And it also leads into the next bit, which is that the setup for this interview was I had to run. I needed to go to, I don't think I said why. I said I can't do the interview. I got to run. And then Justin had to sit down to do the interview. So then for two reasons. One, so that I could play Phil Spencer, but then two, so that we could do the bit after this. So first off, the Justin interviews Phil Spencer scene.
I'm not a good interviewer like you are, Julian.
It's fine. I totally believe in you. I just got to go take care of something.
Okay.
It's kind of an emergency.
Okay.
I'll send him in on my way out.
Okay, great. All right. Well, I guess I'm here. I'm going to do an interview. I don't know how to do these. This is usually Julian's thing. Hold on. I'm going to look. I gotta look who I'm interviewing. Apparently, I'm speaking to Phil Spencer. He's the CEO of Xbox. Is that how that's pronounced? Is that
Xbox, actually? But yes, that's correct.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you for having me. I'm a big fan of your show.
I don't believe you at all, but
I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay. Well, that's correct to me. Well, I guess let's get into this. Phil, you know, I'm going to read straight from here right now. Phil, Xbox has been having a pretty great year. You got that Avowed, that was a game. Indiana Jones, that was also a game. You got the surprise hit of the year on the Game Pass with the Expedition 33. That was a good one too. You must be proud. Things are going good. Things are looking up.
Well, it's true that many of the bets we've made over the past few years are beginning to pay off, but it doesn't change the fact that we're a distant third in the market with no chance of catching up.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's a bit negative, but you know, that's sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we should probably focus on, like, you know, good things, you know, try to build the Xbox brand, you know.
That's true, but you're right to take me to task. I've been a very bad CEO.
Oh, okay. That's, I mean, you seem fine to me, you know.
No, I'm a worthless piece of shit. I can see the disdain in your eyes.
I don't know if the glasses are, you know, reflecting light wrong or something, but I don't really have any of that going on there, my friend. No,
I deserve it. I'm a bad, naughty CEO, and I deserve to be punished.
Oh, okay. This is weird. I don't know if I like it very much. I don't. Okay.
Spank me, media daddy. It'll hurt so good.
Okay, I'm gonna go. This was a disaster. I'm sorry. Okay. We're gonna go. I've been Justin Ham, I guess. I'm not going to do this anymore. I think I quit podcasting today.
All right. And then while Justin was interviewing Phil Spencer, I was in the bathroom taking a nervous shit. This was also to continue the little storyline of Lots of adventurers trying to line up to fight Bing Bing, god of all creation, in the bathroom. I think I mentioned this in this special last year, but we don't plan out stuff. The kind of the storyline stuff so far has just kind of happened organically. So like the whole Bing Bing thing from last season, like Justin kind of started with something and then it just sort of like organically transformed into this ongoing plot about what's going on in the fourth stall in the bathroom, and then the big reveal of Bing Bing at the end, and then but he's also like just a really cool guy. But he did mention that there would be people coming to fight him, and I thought that would be really fun. The idea was to have like a bunch of different random wacky characters showing up throughout the season, challenging Bing Bing, but both of us kind of forgot about that through the course of the season. So I think there was only like 3 when it was supposed to be like triple that. But you know, it is what it is. I also don't think that poor old Clancy Burns, which is absolutely a mishmash of the cop from Simpsons and Mr. Burns from Simpsons, that didn't really go anywhere. No one was really on board for that, so that kind of fizzled. But there will be, I do have a nice little callback to that planned for the season opener. But yeah, this is me in the bathroom. Look, farting will never not be funny to me. I don't know what to tell you.
Meanwhile, elsewhere backstage.
Oh, God. Just nervous shit. Oh. No, I hope Justin will be fine. He'll be fine. It's fine. What?
Ah, I see.
Oh, shit.
This is indeed the mist door that the weird cloaked figure told me about. I will surely find the god of all creation in here and slay him, as my mission dictates.
Oh, well, there goes another one. Probably not coming back. Rest in peace, my dude.
From that same episode, the not E3 episode, I probably should have been like saying where these ran, but I don't remember where they ran, so it's fine. This was one of the only, or was it the only? It might have been the only appearance of Sweet Tea Games, Jacob Washington and Craig in the season. I wanted them to have a presence at Not E3 since they debuted at Not E3 last year. And I asked Justin to kind of pre-record this, and it continues to be one of my favorite things that Justin does. I really like these characters, and the way that they just will get completely sidetracked and they just want to like sell you some shit or trade you some shit is always very funny to me. So here is their promo for 22 Rifle, but then it just turns into them trying to sell you some shit.
Well, hi there. I'm founder of Sweet Tea Games, Jacob Washington, head of the upcoming game project 22 Rifle, and I'm joined by my lifelong friend and co-developer Craig Winslow. And we just wanted to talk to y'all, about what the future holds for good old Sweet Tea Games, what we're working on, what we're planning to do here. It's a whole gosh darn thing up where we're at. So I'm going to turn you over to my friend Craig here and just let him go.
That's right, Jacob. But first, might we interest y'all in some high-quality, rare, commemorative pocket watches we have for sale or trade? We're open to just about anything. We got this here Jeff Gordon Winston Cup Champion commemorative pocket watch. We got this here MASH 20th Anniversary pocket watch.
We got this here limited edition Dale Earnhardt Jr. pocket watch. There's one that's got the Sprite logo on it. Anything you want to get. We got us some pocket watch. We recently, we may have procured some pocket watches at a local flea market. All right, we might have went a little bit crazy. So we're looking to sell or trade. Just come on by the studio. Ask about the watch drawer. We'll open that up for you and we'll show you what else is in there. You can just take your pick and tell you.
We're mostly looking to sell, but we accept trade in guns, knives, or like to use auto parts. Really anything, honestly. We're open to trading all kinds of goods for these here watches. We just want to get them out to you, where they could find a good home. You could tell the time and such. Now, you may be asking yourself, why in the year of our Lord 2025 would I need a pocket watch when I got one of them there cellular telephones and I can just look at what time it is? Well, let me tell you, style. All right, you pull one of them bad boys out on a date, let me tell you. Old Diane, she's going to be impressed, let me tell you.
That is something we will talk about at another time, Craig. But you know what? On behalf of Sweet Tea Games, we would like to, thank y'all for your continued support and such. And, thanks for, being supportive. I don't really know what people say at the end of these things. I mean, keep an eye out for that there 22 rifle. It's come to stores, wherever them there video games are sold. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Okay. And next up, this is just a little snippet of one of the ongoing plots of the season, which was poor Richard Harden, private detective, trying to track down the Phantom of the Stage Select, which is our fun way of explaining when we have technical difficulties, which has become a problem because when we do have technical difficulties, it makes even more work for me because that means the show is already more work for me because there's usually more that goes in. Like, it usually means that there's like 2 or more chunks of the recording because we couldn't do it in one shot, or there was something else that I had to fix. And then on top of that, now I have to do like the Phantom taunting and then Richard also chasing after him. But there's going to be a change to that coming for season 3. And this was a thing that I had planned for the season. I didn't know where it was going to go. I just knew that I wanted to have Richard interviewing everybody at the Stage Select about the Phantom and accusing everybody of the Phantom because he's very bad at his job. And so this was the first interview that he did, which was with the show. I always forget what title I've given him. It's not show manager. It's stage manager for Morgan. So this is Richard interviewing Morgan, which this actually came about because of how awesome Justin did that Sweet Tea Games podcast. And I was like, dude, how did you make it to where you were talking to yourself and it sounded like an actual conversation? And he was like, oh, well, I just did it on 2 channels and would just like kind of overlap it. And I was like, oh, that's brilliant. And so I use that to affect a few times here because one of my problems with Spence is that because most of this stuff is done on the fly and improv, but I learned that I can't do that with with Richard because his internal monologue needs to be clean and not with me stumbling over words or looking for what to say next. So what I ended up doing mostly this season was actually writing his internal monologue ahead of time. And in the cases where he had to interact with Justin, I had possible responses to Justin's responses that could go in different directions based on kind of how he's reacted to the character in the past. But that way I could kind of stay on target and the monologues would sound nice and clean and coherent. And then when he's not in monologue, that stuff is actually improv and just on the fly.
I've been on the hunt for the Phantom for months. He'd attacked this studio multiple times last year, but this season, silence, like a cemetery on a winter's night. I knew he was up out there somewhere, biding his time. It was past time for Richard Harden, private detective, to grill the rest of the staff. Someone would break. They always did. State your name and occupation for the record.
But you know who I am, Mr. Harden. We work together every day.
State your name and occupation for the record.
My name is Morgan. I am the stage manager for the show.
And when was the last time you saw the Phantom?
I've never really seen him. Just glimpses in the shadows, and I hear his laughter. I think I heard him cursing a few weeks ago. Something about a thing called Skype or whatnot.
Never seen him, eh? Ever look in a mirror?
What?
Admit you're the Phantom. You get up in those rafters more than anyone.
Of course I'm not the Phantom. I was unconscious for at least 2 of his attacks. Abramo knows. He sweeps me into the corner when that
The strange stage manager had died again. I had expected it, but I had to be sure. I didn't really think he was the Phantom. He was always terrified of going back to the poison swamps, whatever those are. I could cross Morgan off the list, but I had more interviews to conduct. The work is never done. For Richard Harden, private detective.
Okay, and while Richard was having problems tracking down the Phantom this season, I was having problems with Spence Sterling, host of Big Dumb Quiz. My idea for Spence is that he's not a true employee of the Stage Select. It's more of a mercenary gig where he was kind of hired on to put on this like spontaneous and silly quiz show that could just show up wherever, and he didn't even have to run it by me or anyone at the Stage Select. He would just like pop in whenever. And of course, as listeners will remember this season, he started really abusing that ability. And so this is my first talk to him in my office about, hey man, like maybe tone it down a bit, and getting a little bit of a comeuppance for myself from Spence. I had fun with this as well. I like doing the Spence Sterling voice. He's a little bit an amalgamation of certain South Park characters, like not main characters, but like the characters that they just interact with, like here and there, like a little bit of the like the police detective, but also just like general narrators that they do on South Park. He's kind of a mishmash of a lot of those types of characters on that show. But I think he works out pretty well. I'm a fan of Spence Sterling. Don't tell him I said that.
You wanted to see me, boss?
Yeah, Spence, take a seat. Listen, when you pitched Big Dumb Quiz to me, I was all in. I love the vibe, and your idea of being unpredictable with when it shows up was genius.
I know, I am a genius.
Right, but see, the problem is it's become too unpredictable. You weren't even booked for the past few segments.
I'm going to stop you right there, Chief. This is a variety show, right?
Yeah.
And one of your taglines is, you never know what to expect, right?
I mean, yeah, it is.
Well, there you go, baby. No one expects Big Dumb Quiz. Not even the hosts.
That's the problem, Spence. You interrupted the intro of the show, for fuck's sake. It's out of control.
Listen, fat boy. The people love BDQ, dig? Spence Sterling is the show. Now, I admit I was a little overzealous this week. Mea culpa, my bad. But you've seen the reactions of the fans. They can't get enough of old Spence. So Spence is going to do what Spence does best. You know I'm right.
Shit, I guess you are.
I'm glad we could have this little chat. Oh, and don't forget, no one fucks with Spence Sterling.
What the fuck? Okay, and next up is another thing that I'm very proud of, and I'm proud of it because I was able to get like some really good input from a friend of the show, John Gholson, on this. I had run the idea by him, and my idea was I want to do this thing where Kevin Feige does like a big Comic-Con style announcement of like the next slate of Marvel movies, but it's like they're running out of, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel now, so it's shit like Sleepwalker and Darkhawk. And look, I love Darkhawk. I would lose my goddamn mind if they announced a Darkhawk movie. It's all I've wanted, but it's never going to happen. But then, I wanted it to be like, oh, but then they start announcing like brute force and slapstick, which the funny thing is that I thought I was the only person who remembered brute force, but then not only do they have a cameo in the Marvel Cosmic Invasion game that just came out, but apparently I looked it up and they were in a Deadpool story not that long ago. And it's like, oh, okay. So there's every possibility that more people know about Brute Force in the year of our Lord 2026 than know about Darkhawk, and I find that very insulting because Brute Force fucking sucked. But I had all 4 issues of it. I don't have my comics anymore. But I read the entire miniseries because as a kid I thought it was cool. But John came back and he said it has to be the rule of 3. Like you have to have 3 of these. And I was like, okay. And so I wrote the first 2, and I told him I can't figure out what to do for the third. I don't know what books to pick. I don't know what the hook should be. And so he took my script for the first 2 segments and then punched those up, and then he wrote the third one, and I think they came out great. One of the things that I love about John is that he's just a phenomenal actor, and I knew that he could play Kevin Feige just fine, but I wasn't prepared for how pathetic he would make him, and it was like pitch perfect. John doesn't really require much direction from me, and I think he wants it now that he's a professional actor and he's used to getting direction, but I mean, he always delivers exactly what I want right away. And then also this isn't a professional endeavor. It's a very half-assed affair. So one take is fine for Julian and the stage select. But here we go with all of Kevin Feige's presentations at the comic convention that ran this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, Super Mega Hero Con is pleased to welcome Kevin Feige to the stage. Please give him a warm round of applause.
Hello, I'm Kevin Feige, head of Marvel Studios. We're proud of the accomplishments we've made over the past 18 years of incredible MCU movies, TV shows, and animation. But we know that times change, and we always listen to you, the fans, who've kept us alive well past the Eternals. You're tired of us building up to complex storylines and not telling more self-contained stories. You're tired of over-the-top CG climaxes against larger-than-life antagonists. So we're going back to the philosophies that brought us Iron Man. Focused, character-centered films starring lesser-known characters from the Marvel Universe that we know you'll grow to love. So coming 2027, look forward to Sleepwalker. This film centers on Rick Sheridan, a student who has his mind shared by Sleepwalker, part of a race of interdimensional beings that can slip between the dream world and the real world. Sleepwalker will face off against the enigmatic Nightmare and will feature a guest spot by Benedict Cumberbatch, reprising his role as Doctor Strange. It's okay, you can clap. In May of 2027, it's the long-awaited movie debut of Darkhawk, the movie everyone's demanded. Chris Powell finds a strange amulet in an abandoned amusement park, and it gives him the ability to transform into the Dark Hawk, a mysterious winged avenger of the night. But what are the origins of the amulet? And can Chris control his newfound powers? You want to know more? You're going to have to go to the movies to find out. That's how movies work! Finally, in the fall of 2028, we have Deathlock. We decided to go back to the 90s version of this classic character, and we can't wait for new audiences to learn about Jack Truman, a former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent turned cyborg, on a gritty tale of revenge. We're so excited here at Marvel to bring these unique characters to life for the first time.
Wasn't Deathlock in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Shut up, it's a new era for the MCU. Join us.
Ladies and gentlemen, Super Mega Hero Con is pleased to welcome Kevin Feige to the stage. Please give him a warm round of applause.
Hi, Kevin Feige here again. I wanted to let you know that we hear you. Since our announcement of our next slate of MCU films, the feedback has been loud and clear. You don't want more serious, character-driven stories. You want fun. You want smiles.
We want X-Men!
If you want fun and smiles, don't worry. We've got you covered. In February 2027, get ready for Slapstick. This cartoony chaos gremlin hit the scene in the early 90s with a half dozen other appearances in Marvel Comics, always to hilarious effect. Remember the mask? He's that. He's basically that. But he's basically that.
Smoking!
We're owned by Disney, so no smoking. Slapstick is the perfect lead-in to our May 2027 film, a Fantastic Four spinoff that will blow fans out of their seats. The Impossible Man. This character comes from the planet Pop-Up and can do anything. And the thing he enjoys doing most is pulling pranks on superheroes. The laughs keep coming when the Impossible Man bounces from the Fantastic Four's Future Foundation building to the Avengers headquarters, both of them, and even runs amok at the Daily Bugle. That's right, folks. We're burning one of our Spider-Man deals for this movie, so you know we're serious.
No!
If that wasn't exciting enough, our fall 2027 movie finally brings brute force to life.
Who the hell is brute force?
Brute Force is the story of a group of animals that were altered to have human speech and intelligence and then fitted with transforming battle armor. With it, Soar, Lionheart, Hip-Hop, and Surfstreak battle eco-villains in a story that's as relevant today as it was back in 1990. Kids love animals, kids love robots, kids will love animals that transform like robots, and kids love our stellar voice cast. Jason Momoa, Rihanna, Jack Black, and returning to the MCU after a long absence, Chris Pratt as Surfstreak.
You saw...
Look, we're trying, okay? We're trying. This is hard. This is really, really hard.
Wait, really? He's serious. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage for the third time, Kevin Feige.
Okay, you guys really didn't like those last ideas, so yeah, okay, more obscure. People doubted us when we made Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man, but then they love those movies, so we just gotta go deeper. Deeper, goddammit. So, picture it. February 2027, you're sitting down in a movie theater with your family, the lights dim, and the opening Marvel graphic appears, introducing Francis, Brother of the Universe. That's right, the 1980 comic biography of St. Francis of Assisi is now part of the MCU. You'll get to see his origin story, uncover his love of birds, and get in on the ground floor of how St. Francis came to form the Franciscans, Marvel's next big superhero team. Then, in May of 2027, we partnered with one of the biggest brands ever to kick off Marvel's truest all-American hero, NFL Super Pro. He'll team up both on the field and off with Quick Kick and Instant Replay to help take down the return of Hydra. Guest starring Battlestar from the pages of late 80s Captain America comics. Remember Battlestar? Remember Battlestar?
No!
Well, what if I told you we're bringing back Chadwick Boseman as Battlestar? Chadwick, come on out here. Chadwick? Hey, Chadwick?
Fuck you, Feige!
Okay, yeah, now we're cooking. I can see it on your faces. Finally, in fall of 2027, we finally give fans what they've been wanting this entire time. Mutants. X-Men? No, even better. We're giving you Fallen Angels, a reimagining of the mutant teen team from the late 80s. Headed up by fan faves Sunspot and Warlock, you'll be introduced to such incredible characters as Gomi with his psychic lobsters, Chance, the enigmatic alien transporter Ariel, and Bill and Don. You may not know these guys now, but soon they'll be household names just like Thor and Bob.
The fuck is Bob?
From Thunderbolts. Bob? No. Oh, look, this is the best we've got, guys. Guys. Hey, guys. Hey, come back. Hey, we've still got Downey.
Are you good?
Never mind. Oh, hey, a penny.
No, this was 18. Oh, I think so, too. You had to say. Well, she was at 16.
All right, and it wouldn't be an episode with the bits and skits of the year without at least a couple of video game masterpiece theater. I'm not going to run all of them, just like I didn't run all of them last year, because they are admittedly a little bit repetitive and some of them go a little bit too long. I'm aware of that. But I've got two here, one now and then one later. And the reason I chose these is because I got a little bit more elaborate with them in the sense of putting in music or sound effects that I thought would fit with the game scenes that they're depicting. So this one that we have here is the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas sketch with the infamous Big Smoke order. Big Smoke? Actually, I forget. I forget the character names, but the ones, you know, when they have the big order at the drive-through, which is one of my favorite scenes from that game, and absolutely the type of scene that I wanted to recreate in this format, and also fun to let Justin go with some of his characters, with Abramo stealing the show, because Abramo. Well, Justin as Abramo does not follow the script, but I feel that's also totally in keeping with Abramo. If Abramo was told to act in a thing, he would absolutely go off book almost immediately. So I thought this came out very well.
And now, Video Game Masterpiece Theater with your host, Thaddeus Whippleshire. Good evening. I am Thaddeus Wimpleshire. What defines family? Is it blood? Is it friendship forged in struggle? For the Orange Grove families, it is both. Join us as we reenact a scene from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, released in 2004. In this memorable scene, our heroes take a much-needed break to get some food. Our performers tonight are Julian Titus as CJ, Mitchell Mann as Ryder, Morgan as Sweet, and Abramo as Big Smoke.
Can I take your order, please?
Carl, what you want, man? You gotta eat to keep your strength up, man.
Hey, I'll take a number 9. Fat boy.
Give me a number 9 just like his, and if you don't, oh my god, I will crush you under the heel of my boots, just like this. The boots that have my name on them, oh yeah.
Let me get a number 6 with extra dip.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip. What? Okay, a number 7, 2 number 45s. That doesn't sound real, but okay. 1 with cheese and a large soda.
Hey, sorry, bro. You know I gotta ask about moms.
I know, CJ. I know. Just trying not to think about it is all. I mean, I didn't even know she was hit till it was all over.
Yeah. Right. 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 Why is there so many dashes in this line, man? Let's eat.
This has been another installment of Video Game Masterpiece Theater with your host, Thaddeus Whippleshire.
Okay, and next I have something a little special. I took a big swing this year. I got $500 together, thankfully, and thanks to some very kind donations from the listeners and to our coffee and also just supporting us through Patreon. I was able to kind of take care of more than half of the cost of this ad through listener supported donations, and then I covered the rest. But I ran an ad on Giant Bomb that ran for a week. It was on their Game Mess mornings for that week, and also the Bombcast podcast itself. I could have given them a script if I wanted, but I have been listening to those guys for long enough to know that I would much prefer just a very organic thing. I just kind of gave them the bullet points on what the show is and let them run with it. And Jeff Grubb and Jan Ochoa put together a hell of a great ad. And I thought for something a little bit fun, because obviously this isn't a bit that I created, but it is pertinent to the Stage Select. And so I wanted to immortalize our ad, which had a very good return. And then unfortunately, then everybody proceeded to leave after checking out the show for about a month, but it's fine. It's good. It's good to know that for the future. But here we go with the ad that ran on Giant Bomb content for the Stage Select.
Grub, I love podcasts, and I would like to listen to more of them.
Oh boy, I've got the podcast for you then, bud. Stage Select.
But Grub, I have trust issues, especially with podcasters.
Look, it's always important to be careful and safe about podcasters, but don't worry. Host Julian Titus and Justin Ham have over 16 years of combined podcasting experience, and the Stage Select is finishing up its second season at the end of the year.
Holy smokes, what a pedigree. Tell me more, Grub.
Oh, what about a video game variety show where the hosts act as if they're performing for a live studio audience?
Kind of like The Muppet Show. Do they have reoccurring characters, shenanigans, bits, and skits?
Oh, baby, we got bits. We got skits.
I love bits and skits. Is there more?
The show is designed to be unexpected, Jan. They'll go to space, sometimes a surprise game show. Expect the unexpected. Space!
Grub, I'm hearing that episodes 41 and 59 are fantastic points to get a vibe of the show. Julian and Justin are fiercely independent and do this for the love of video games and podcasts?
Oh yeah, they draw from the best, like the Giant Bombcast, Nextlander, Rebel FM, and No One Can Know About This.
Well, Grub, I'm glad I know about this podcast.
That's Stage Select. Give it a listen.
Bits and skits!
And next up, this is just one of those weird things that I came up with. I'm pretty sure this is one of those ideas that I had, like, as I was drifting off to sleep, and then put it into my notes, and then looked at it and didn't really remember coming up with it, but it stuck. And I just thought it would be fun to have like a really low effort wrestling federation that has animals wrestling, which would be hella illegal. But I was imagining it being like the type of thing that would probably happen at like a flea market in Ohio somewhere. And then I know most of our listeners aren't wrestling fans, but the big joke for me is that Ric Flair is here because Ric Flair needs the money. And that's very funny to me, and probably to Justin if he, heard this one, and probably no one else, but it is what it is.
Hey you, put down that chalupa and listen up. The Savage Animal Wrestling Federation is coming to your town. See Ginger the Ostrich take on the Wolverine Trio in a handicap match. Dakota the Grizzly squares off against White Tiger. in a steel cage. And see special guest Ric Flair as he wrestles his deadliest match of his career when he meets Kenneth the Gorilla in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Woo! Oh shit. Come see the SAWF. It's a guarantee that an animal is harmed in the making of this wrestling show. Brother!
All right, and here's another one. This is more of a sketch that I was really proud of. I'd been thinking about this for a while. The idea was, I don't watch this type of content, but I do watch people dunking on this type of content, which is the anti-woke grifter in media, like complaining about everything being woke and DEI this and, you know, pronouns that and what have you. Just the saddest people on the internet, riling people up for the clicks because that's the only way that they can make money. Because I was thinking to myself, what would a video game look like if these idiots got their way and we really took out anything that they object to? And what you end up with is Legend of Origins Chronicles, the blandest action RPG that you have ever seen. And I really enjoyed it. At first, this is going to be me and Justin doing this, with me playing the game developer and Justin playing the game's media interviewer. But then when we were going to have John Gholson on, I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, John should actually play the game developer instead. And it's also a way to get me out of, look, at the end of the day, I know that like most of this stuff is me. And it's not an ego thing. It's just this is the show. I thought Justin was going to be doing more of this type of stuff, and he didn't. So it is what it is. And there might be less of it next season and moving forward. We'll see. You never know what to expect with the state select. I expected Justin to kind of just do his normal I don't care mentality that he does for everything, and I wasn't prepared for the character that he played here. So I don't know if it quite lands the way that I expected it to land, but I still appreciate how it went down, and Justin did do a great job of kind of the enthusiasm leaving his body as he started to realize what exactly this game actually is. So here we have the sketch and interview for Legend of Origins Chronicles, the most generic name I could think of for the most generic RPG ever.
Hey out there, gamers. I'm Greg Cashews with Video Game Pulse, here with one of the developers from Vanilla Software, Max Safety. Max, thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Happy to be here, Greg.
Now, you just debuted the announcement trailer for your newest game here at the Game Awards, and I see you have some gameplay footage running on the screen behind you. Is that correct? Please tell us about your new product.
Yes, thank you. We are excited to announce our new IP, Legends of Origins Chronicles. LOOC is a third-person fantasy RPG set in the land of Olestra. You'll set out as a common villager and eventually find your way as the Chosen One as you come into your powers and learn the ways of combat and magic.
I'm looking at it now, and the graphics are really nice. All the faces look very clean. How many races do you have present in that there Olestra? Right now, I'm only seeing humans.
Well, yes, we've been very plugged into what gamers are asking for online when it comes to video games. And based on that, we made our game world centered around humans. No dwarves or elves or frilly stuff like that. It's a grounded, gritty fantasy world that feels real.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, the more I'm looking at it, I'm not seeing any women here either. Is that correct?
Yeah, right. Well, again, we've been paying attention to what gamers want. We always put them first. And what gamers have been telling us is that they don't want any females around, especially not as the protagonist. Obviously, you need females to procreate, but the backstory for them in Alestra is that there aren't many of them left, and they're sequestered in a safe location, which players won't be visiting in this title.
Oh, that's a little worrying, but okay. I'm starting to see a trend with this gameplay. It looks, like everybody in this village is a white male. Mm-hmm. Am I seeing that correctly?
Yeah. Well, again, we wanted to try to make a truly realistic, gritty depiction of this fantasy medieval world. And as we all know, there weren't any people of color around in medieval times. So we wanted to reflect that in our game.
All right. In this fantasy game, where could you do just about anything you want with the world building?
Yes, it's what gamers want.
Oh, all right. Well, sure. This makes total sense. Anything else you want to say about this train? I mean, this is your project you got going on here.
Yes, we here at Vanilla Software, we want to let gamers know that we hear you. Yes, not only will Legends of Origins Chronicles be a video game for gamers without any of that modern audience pandering, but we know that you want a complete game without in-game transactions. So we're happy to announce that all in-game purchases can be completely removed from your experience for the low price of $29.99.
You sure? That's great. Back to you at the studio. I hate my life.
All right, getting close to the end of this behind the scenes special, but before we do, the Phantom was a problem this year, and there was one episode where he attacked twice. I'm not going to play both of the times that he attacked, but this was a fun one because it allowed me to continue the emerging storyline of Richard Harden getting increasingly flummoxed by the appearance of the Phantom and realizing that it wasn't looking good for Richard as far as everybody else watching him do his job was concerned. And here you can kind of hear in his voice just how frustrated he's becoming. Because what ended up happening, and again, this wasn't planned, but you had my issues with Spence Sterling coming to a head, and then Justin's just annoyance with Richard Harden coming to a head, and then us both kind of sweeping our problems off to the side, aka just send them to Bing Bing and let him sort it out. Again, that wasn't the initial way that I thought things were going to go. It just kind of came that way, and then it also I really liked the way that came to a head for both characters.
You thought you could get away with invoking the Phantom's name, but you were wrong. Dead wrong.
What the? Hey, you, Phantom. Get down here, goddammit. Get down here. I've been looking for you. I'm gonna get you. Or my name isn't Richard Harden, private detective. Fuck.
All right, and then here's another just random ad that I came up with. Once again, sort of like the Save the Billionaires stuff. This is me expressing my dismay and anguish over the entirety of 2025 and just being so fed up with it. And I know for me personally at my new job, there have been times when I will just, because I work from home, and I will just scream at my computer because no one can hear it but me. And it's the only way to kind of get it out because it is what it is. But I was thinking, what if you could just pay to go do that somewhere? And it was a really nice setup. And I came up with the Scream Shack. And I'm pretty proud of the special effects that I did for this one. So without further ado, here's the ad for the Scream Shack.
Hey, you. Everything sucks right now, doesn't it? You know it. I know it. We all know it. Doesn't it just make you want to scream? Ah! Sure, you could do that, but you're not a dick, and you don't want to bother your neighbors. So come on down to the Scream Shack. At the Scream Shack, we have multiple soundproof rooms where you can scream until you're blue in the face. No! With our VIP suites, you can simulate screaming into an empty movie theater, the Grand Canyon, or even the endless void. Come to the Scream Shack. It won't fix anything, but you'll feel slightly better. And book soon. Our rooms currently have a 3-month waiting list.
And in our penultimate clip from season 2, we have the Video Game Masterpiece Theater for Tenchu Stealth Assassins. I liked this because we got to have like a little Abramo cameo in there, but also we got to debut Sexy Martin Van Buren as one of the actors for Thaddeus Wimpleshire. I don't know how people feel about Sexy Martin Van Buren. He skeeves me out in a way that I really appreciate, and I felt that Thaddeus Wimpleshire would really go in hard on Sexy Martin Van Buren. And it won't be the last time that you have heard from Sexy Martin Van Buren. So here we go with Tenchu, Masterpiece Theater.
And now, Video Game Masterpiece Theater, with your host, Thaddeus Wimpleshire. Good evening. I am Thaddeus Wimpleshire. We live in a world that at times seems to be teetering on the brink. The wealthy few control so much of the fates of the meager majority that the desire for retribution is palpable. Sadly, this is a cycle that repeats, as was seen in the days of feudal Japan. In this series, from 1998's Tenchu, Stealth Assassins, we follow the noble ninja Rikimaru as he pursues a wicked merchant who has grown fat from his predations of the common folk. This scene stars a young upstart, Sexy Martin Van Buren, in the role of the evil merchant, with the always riveting Abramo as the bodyguard. And in the shoes of Rikimaru, we have the stunning performance of Julian Titus, giving us his most fiery performance yet.
Come on, come on! Who are you?
I'm here to avenge all the innocent people you've hurt.
Somebody help! Get him! Get him!
It looks like you chose the wrong party to crash.
My business is with Echigoya. Step aside, or I will have to kill you. After a wicked duel, Rikimaru strikes down the merchant's bodyguard.
Oh, hey, I'm like, I guess I was killed. I'm dying. There's much noise happening out of my mouth.
Echigoya, where have you hidden? Later, Rikimaru tracks the evil merchant to the center of his compound.
Get away! Help me, somebody!
Your bodyguards are dead, and you are next. Your greed sickens me. I hope your death is a lesson to others.
This has been another installment of Video Game Masterpiece Theater with your host, Thaddeus Wimpleshire.
All right. And to close this episode out and say farewell to you, the listeners, but also a way to say farewell to a couple of the characters that really went through some shit this season. This is Richard Harden's epilogue, which I had to most of like the stuff with Richard this season and most of the stuff with Spence that happened just kind of organically in the shows. But there were certain things that I had to produce separately, and Richard's epilogue was one of those because it had to play after the end theme song for the finale, where because Justin had recommended that Richard go investigate the fourth stall in the bathroom, hence leading him to Bing Bing, hence leading to him dying gruesomely. But then I thought it would be really funny for him to wake up in hell, and hell is Big Dumb Quiz with Spence Sterling. And I'm so proud of Demon Spence Sterling. He came out so good. I'm so happy with it. So that's how we're going to end this look back at the bits of season 2. We'll see you next season for more bits and skits, but that's going to do it. Enjoy. Bye.
When I came to, the cold chill down my spine was gone. Gone, like my ex-wife. In its place was searing heat that surrounded me. I looked around to get my bearings, but all I could see was rock, ash, and flames as far as the eye could see. None of this made sense. I was a private detective, hired to run security for a 2-bit variety show and track down a saboteur. Sure, I was bad at my job, but so were they. So was a match made in heaven. But this felt like hell. It's time for Big Dumb Quiz. I'm your host, Spence Sterling. Tonight, and every night from now on, your contestant is Dick Harden, a waste of space from the Stage Select Studio. No.